Today is December 10th, 2023. Um, Everyone with a login, go online and turn them in. You know, they've had it all over. I may be a Republican, but then there's some things that are just wrong. Okay. Of course, everybody has to pay their taxes, right? Of course they do. And then you watch that thing with President Biden's son. He didn't pay his taxes for a few years. He's paid them now, and he's paid his fine. It's over. But no, they're going to indict him because they didn't pay for tax evasion. Okay? Even though they're already paid. You know, to me, they're already paid, and the fines are paid. Then they're already paid. Now, I want you to think about this. Will has took a payoff from the drug cartel. They've been in Walmart. I took it from Pete. He's in the drug cartel. There's no line for payoff. Bribe money. He's stole my informant money. There's no line for embezzlement. So where the press is putting it out there, you know, Biden paid $800,000 for women. Well, he's paying for his girlfriend with my money. Should he get away with it? They paid off, the drug cartel paid off a sheriff in Ohio $100,000. Well, then pays taxes on bribe money. Or stolen investment money. You know, see, that's where I talked to an officer out of this area. He said, if this is what's going on, you're not his only victim. And it's not the first time he's done it. So I want you to think about Andrew Arabic in Ravenna was running a sextortion scheme, taking pictures of people off Facebook, Instagram, photoshopping, trying to extort money. He had 7 victims. With Will doing this, him and John could be running a scam. Could even be running a scam with Pete. Have Pete frame him. Dave already hired the drug cartel to 4 times in my life. He already hired the drug cartel. You never know. If they don't have somebody, have him frame him, scare the person and call an FBI. Him bully somebody on the phone so they're too scared of him to ask for help from anybody else. Huh? And then he steals the money. And it's a big racket. And he's taking a bribe from them. He could have 10, 20 victims. Where he's got all these informants. And all their money is going in his and his girlfriend's pocket. Government will never know. Never know. Far as they know, those informants are getting their money. And instead of the agent and his girlfriend's pocketing it. And he's going to retire and then move to a different country. Live in $1 million mansion, surrounds. All tax-free from stealing from victims. Now, do you think a dirty federal officer should get away with it? See, that's where I talked to an officer out of this area. He said, you know, if this is what's going on, you're not his only victim. He's pulled this before. And that's why he's got away with it. He's scammed other victims out of their money. I want you to think about that. It could even be a racket him and Pete are doing. I had some idiot in a light gray truck pull up and scream, I told her she wasn't allowed to say anything. He's not gone. He's not gone. I was talking to a client about all this. She said he thinks his word is law. It's not. He's pulling out shit. The First Amendment, the freedom of speech. The government would like to impose that you can't say anything, and they can't. It takes a sitting judge to put a gag order on you, not a cop. Let alone, I had that family in their office, the church people, and he met with Dave's hired hitman that he knew was drug beating, raping. and didn't arrest them because they paid them off and was making fun of the victim. Already taped meeting with Dave, seen by the police telling on me. Everybody knew. So why would you ask me to stay quiet? So he could get away with it. Like my friend from the prosecutor's office, he was trying to bully you into staying quiet so they get away with it. That's it. That's it. I want you to think about it. That's it. He was just bullying you to get away with this. That's it. He can't ask you to stay quiet. He don't have that kind of authority. He's just hire a police officer. Talk to a criminal attorney. Same thing. Talk to police officer. The same thing. It takes a sitting judge, First Amendment. He's lying to all these people like they're backwood hicks with a third-grade education, and they all fall for a scam. And like one of my friends that are officers, if this is what's going on in your area, you're not his only victim. He's got other informants he's stealing from. And he's lacing his pocket. So if President Biden's son didn't pay his taxes for a couple years, now he's already paid them now. Paid his fines. So it's all over. But the government's going to indict him for it. Why would Will be allowed to take bribe money, not pay taxes? Steal my informant money, put it in his pocket, and not pay taxes? He's not. See what I mean? And he can't steal some other person's money. My ex-husband's living in some other country. He's either running from the cartel or the law. Never coming back to the United States, married to a foreigner. Ran for his life. Or his freedom. Huh? Left his guns, his furniture, his truck, everything that meant, and the house behind. Where everybody, we're helping Dave get everything. Why would you help some cat trying to kill his wife? Trying to kill his daughter-in-law and grandchild. And then there's attempts on them too. Like they said, he's part of a serial killing group. Why would you help a serial killing group? Because they hand these riffraff people $20. They think it's funny. That all these crimes are happening because it's not happening to them. See, they don't know you. So they demean you below a human, and that you can actually kill someone, and it doesn't matter. And that it's funny killing people. That it's funny raping people. It's funny torturing them. And it's funny bashing their skull in. It's funny harming another human being. That's where society has got to in this area. They've lost their mind. They hand them $20 and they think it's funny. Where other children look at them and call them reprobate bastards. They are reprobate. They're serial killers. They're human traffickers. Was a huge case. Had the men for the work for the King for Texas, the Fentanyl King. They had the man impersonating a prince embezzling over $1 million. They had thousands of human traffickers and drug traders that got off this case. That, like the police that watched me, look at all these people coming at her they hired. And they were telling her, the cops, in front of the cops, where they worked for, and they went after the big bad guys. Dave left the country when they announced they bribed Will in November 20th, 23, in Walmart 62, 8, 9 in the morning, that he took a bribe and they stole my money. Friday, I went down and I was talking to the one girl that used to see all those people, all the police would, undercover police would line the front of the hair salon in Walmart 62, Andrea. And when it was real bad, they used to just line up the front and block it. Okay? I was telling her how he ran. She started laughing. And I was telling her about, that guy taking my money. I said, that's as bad as a dirty cop walking in a drug bus, seeing hundreds of $1,000 bags of money and drugs, and slip some of that stuff in his coat jacket and walk off with it. She's like, yeah, I know. He acts like he's hi, I'm a federal police officer. I can just steal anybody's money. And I can take a bribe. And he can do whatever he wants. No, he can't. If the president's son can't, why would a federal agent be able to? He can't. He's lying to all these people. He can't even ask you to stay quiet. Talk to a criminal attorney, he can't. Prosecutor's office, he can't. Police departments, he can't. And why would you stay quiet anyways? He said he had the church people in his office. He met with the Vegas. He knew some guy named Pete was framing me. And Dave hired Pete on his own. He's already been taped meeting with Dave and Pete and taking a bribe. And then already witnessed by the Norton Barberton police telling Apostolic Church of Barberton. He's already confessed. He's met with all those people they already know. Because, like my friend from the prosecutor's office, he was bullying you only to get away with this. He was only bullying you. You don't have that kind of authority. See, this is the whole thing. I went, after I got done talking to Andrea on Friday, in Walmart, I walked out. Security guards pulled in and parked and walked out and said, is that what's going on? They admitted to taking a bribe and a payoff. He said, yeah, nobody else. He said they admitted to it in here. Nobody in here will say a word to her. They admitted he's stealing her money and he took a bribe. Well, October 6, 23, they were walking around how he's stealing for his girlfriend. They have also confessed that they photoshopped everything, drugged everything, made fun of the FBI. June 7th, 23, Walmart 62, how they fooled them. They didn't fool them, they paid them off. And then Eric already confessed everything was him and not me, November 18th, 22, 2 to 6 p.m. before. And like that criminal attorney, Pete had no right watching you, had no right being in your home. Just like the prosecutor's office and the police department. He had no right in my home. Everybody go online, report this. There was a sheriff in Ohio, took a payoff from the drug cartel to let them run drugs, sell people, hurt people, and look the other way. Sound a little bit familiar? Sound a little bit familiar? There was a sheriff in Ohio, got arrested like February 8th, 23. Took $100,000 payoff. Do you know how he got arrested? People told him. He was letting them run wild. Because he took a payoff. They found out the payoff. So why wouldn't Will go to jail? Exactly. Everybody turned him in. Sounds a lot familiar. He took a payoff, and they let all these crimes happen here. And it took police out of this area to go after him. He can't tell anybody. I went and talked to the Tuscarawas sheriff. You can never tell anybody not to believe somebody and not to help them. You go to jail for it. It's life in federal. It's aiding and abetting crimes. Because what you're the FBI agent Will and John, where they made fun of me for that. He told Apostolic Church of Barberton the night before he knew I was being drug beat and raped and didn't care for strangest baby lie. So the FBI supports raping of women. Human trafficking of women and children. They approve of drug cartels, drug beat and raping women. FBI agent Will and John does. They made fun of me for being that man's victim. I didn't know who he was that was breaking in and harming me. And they laughed at the victim that he was scamming on a recorded line. And they sold the recorded line. They had my house bugged. And I had that guy on speaker. And they sold where he was mocking me. Like the teenager said, the FBI made fun of her for being drug beat and raped. The FBI made fun of her for being human trafficked. And because they were using amnesia drugs on her, she didn't know what was happening to her. Yeah. And those federal cops approve of raping women. They approve of selling women and drug beat and raping them. And they laughed at a victim being scammed under drugs. And just waking up with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, and severely infected, going to the doctor. I thought I had cancer. I have all these marks on me. I'm in so much pain I can't stand it. And they're laughing at me. And I've never had any of these people in my home. I've never seen them. And I'm just waking up like that. Or getting sick on drinks in the room and get dizzy. And it's really funny raping women, isn't it, FBI? Human trafficking people. Running scams on them, drugging them up and telling them to say stuff. Photoshopping shower scenes. I've heard about their nasty tapes, and they were to be arrested for a sextortion and a human trafficking scam. Not the victim being mocked on a recorded line, and they sold how dirty the local FBI is. And those two agents. Everybody go online. They took a payoff from them. And yeah, and they let all these crimes happen. Do you know that over 1,072 children were taken from Ohio by these bastards? They're dead. To look the other way. Took sheriff's marshals out of the area to blow the hell out of them. Because everything that they were bragging around me, I have a cop near me, taping it, recording, goes into the case, carrying around the house. He opened a real case with statements. Like that attorney said, and like the prosecutor's office said, like police departments have said, they can't stop that money from coming in. They can't withhold it. It's embezzlement. It's my money for working the case, not blackmail money to stay quiet. I'm going to upload this.